Okay, so last class we had a test, right?
Yes,
Did we have the test last class?
yes, teacher.
Your microphone is off.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, I now I can.
Yes, I say that last class where I did the test.
Okay, only half the class, right?
Yes, half of the class.
Half of the class. Okay, let's review this.
All. And tune in this week, every night, from 10 to 11 p.m. for our Great Authors series. Each night this week is dedicated entirely to the master playwright and poet, William Shakespeare. On Monday, we set the scene with a look at the life and times of Shakespeare in England, from his birth in 1564 to his death in 1616. On Tuesday, we'll examine the fanciful comedies of Shakespeare, including A Midsummer Night's Dream and All's Well That Ends Well. On Wednesday, we'll have a look at Shakespeare's historical plays, including Julius Caesar and Richard III. On Thursday, bring your handkerchiefs and join us as we sample some of Shakespeare's great tragedies, including Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. And finally, on Friday, we'll experience the real Shakespeare in love, with an in-depth exploration of Shakespeare's romantic poetry, including A Lover's Complaint and a selection from his 154 sonnets. Remember this week, beginning Monday from 10 to 11 p.m., experience the stuff that great literature is made of. That's Channel 10, your public service cable channel for history, drama, education.
Okay, so first is this one, then is poetry, and finally number three is he identifies a television station at the very end. Okay. Okay, let's move on here. Here, let's see the options that you had in grammar three. I've seen it or I saw it.
So the correct answer is I have seen it,
Yes.
even though I don't know if we can use it both.
Yes, we could use both. Actually, we could use both. Uh, I've seen it or I saw it. Uh, yes, it could be both, really, to be honest with you. Why did they usually have seen it? Let me see here. Yeah, but it could be both. Let me see here. Yes, they talk about this here. Present perfect. Could be both, really. There's no reason to believe that it was only present perfect. Mm. So really, I don't know why it's incorrect, but there are some mistakes here in the, even though it's Pearson and when it's one, probably it's uh, the best company out there, but there are some mistakes. Okay, but it could be like I saw it. It could be very, very easily. Okay, but we're not gonna redo this only for this answer, so there are some mistakes, but there are not so many, okay? So it's not really gonna affect you that much. Okay, but yes, it could be both, so there's nothing else I could say there. Let's see here.
A,
office,
Office,
B,
minutes,
minutes,
C,
Forgot.
D,
topic,
I think it's C because
Yes.
it has this stress at the end, right? Forgot. Must be
Yes,
C.
in these audio exercises, I just have some troubles with time because I don't know why the configuration was put in like multiply by 2, and I had to all the times like put it in multiply by 1, and this really like didn't make me understand really well all the sentences.
What do you mean to multiply?
The velocity.
This was like times 2?
Yes.
Yes, and why? Oh, you probably touched something here. Like
Yes,
this?
with the configurations, but I don't know why in any of the audio files they were configured like by 2, multiply by 2.
And were you able to change that?
In some of them, I didn't have enough time to listen them correctly.
So it was like this, right?
office,
Yes.
B,
Okay. Okay, let's continue here.
A,
Important.
B,
Seriously.
C,
information,
D,
tomorrow,
I think it's B.
Important.
B,
Seriously.
Seriously. I think it's B. Yes, it's B and it's C. Because it's like seriously. So the stress is at the beginning. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So let's continue here.
I'm too busy to go. 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 I'm too busy to go.
I think it's go. Oh, busy. Busy. It's busy in this case. I'm too busy to go. Yes, it's busy. I'm too busy to go.
I'm too busy to go.
Yes, busy. Let's move on.
A,
Is the tape for real?
Real, yes, it has a rising intonation.
B,
How's it going?
C,
Is there a problem?
D,
You think so?
I think it's B. Yes, it's B.
Is the tape for real?
B,
How's it going?
C,
Is there a problem?
D,
You think so?
Okay, let's continue here.
A,
I know you, don't I?
B,
I told you the truth about why I was here, didn't I?
C,
And we studied together for the final, didn't we?
D,
You'll let me report it, won't you?
A,
I know you, don't I?
B,
I told you the truth about why I was here, didn't I?
C,
And we studied together for the final, didn't we?
I think it's C. Yes, it's C.
D,
You'll let me report it, won't you?
It's didn't we? He said, didn't we? It would have been rising intonation if he said, didn't we? Right? But he said, didn't we? Okay, let's move on.
Have some questions?
Rising intonation. Have some questions? It goes up. Okay, so let's see. Here we have the Brazilian team won world championships. That's the first one. Then he retired from the Santos team. Then he joined New York Cosmos, and finally he retired from soccer. And what you said is that he became the youngest player to win a championship. No, they don't even say that here, that he was the youngest player to win a championship. And yes. So they don't say that. I know that's true, but they don't say that here. Okay, and actually it's not in the middle of these two things. Your cosmos and then the first thing. Okay, so I'll give you your grade. Okay, so I'll give you your grade. Hold on just a sec. Okay, so we're gonna see here module A. Here you have 85 in the tasks, in all the homework. That's 85. And you have in the quizzes 95. The first one. In A2, you have 99 in the tasks. And in the quiz, you have 90. In number 3, you have 100. Good job there. And 98 in the quiz. And finally, in A4, you have 100 and 100. And in the module test, you have 85. Okay, so here's the grade. This is the assignments part. You have 96. That's the average. That means 29. And here you also have 29 out of 30. But where you lose a lot of points is in the final test. You have 85. So you lose here 6 points. You have 34. Okay, but anyways, your grade is 92. That's more than 90. So that's great. Okay. Any question regarding this?
Okay. No, so only I don't know if it's possible for next test, like to have more time in the final quiz because I got some problems managing time because of the length of the audios.
How much time did I give you? Like 30 minutes?
It was like 27. The time I entered, it said like 27 minutes, but I don't know if it could be like I don't know all the 30 minutes exactly, or even more.
Okay. Yes, no problem. But actually, it shouldn't take you that long. I'm surprised. 27. So you're telling me that for the final, you need like 40 minutes, probably?
Yes, that will be great, teacher.
Okay. But the thing is that we could have like the module with the, because in a quiz, how long do you take in a quiz?
I didn't take that long. The thing is that in that part there are multiple answers, and I take more time to listen to the recording.
But in a normal quiz, like how long does it take? Like you've taken 4 quizzes.
Yes, I took like the 28 minutes or even 25.
Like in a normal quiz, right?
Yes, in the normal quiz.
Average. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to like, because what we do with all the students is you have the module test and you have another test the same day. So that could help, because if you take like the B4 quiz and then the module be in the same class, then you could have like the B4 finish in, I don't know, 25, and then you would have 35 for the last one. Would that work? Because that's because I don't see any other way really, unless we take the whole class. But in that case, we would really miss a lot of classes. So that could be a possibility. Remind me, please, at the end when we're about to take the module. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, so let's continue here. We finish in non-action verbs. Let me see. Okay, we're in number 3. Okay, so non-action verbs, as we saw, uh, express feelings. If you did we see this? Yeah, right?
Yes, teacher, we saw it.
Okay, we saw this. Okay. So, they can express feelings like feel, like, love, hate, thoughts, think, understand, mean, know, believe, remember, needs and preferences, need, want, prefer, possessions, have, own, or senses. Okay, so all of them, when they have an action meaning, you don't use a progressive form. Okay, so this, if you see, is the same as this, even though it's like a little bit different and exactly the same, but it like uh they have the same, even though it's like they have different words, but it's the same. So feelings here is like desire. Thoughts is opinion here. Needs is in this case again desire. Possession is possession, and senses here is senses. Okay, so they're basically the same. Also, there's the verb be, that is an action verb, like it's here existence, right? So it describes somebody, how something or someone always is like, this is an old friend of mine from college, or he's a teacher, or he's a soccer player. That's an action meaning. And some verbs, as we saw, could have both action and non-action meaning, like Tali is having breakfast, or Tali has a microwave oven, because the first one, really, you're not saying that she owns breakfast, but you're saying that she's eating breakfast. The second one, you are basically talking about possession, ownership. Okay, so they, even though it's the same word, it has a completely different meaning. Okay.
Okay,
Is there any
teacher.
question, maybe?
No questions, teacher.
Okay, let's move on. So we're gonna continue with no. Let's listen here.
Oh, hi. I forgot my pen today. Could you lend me one of yours? Oh, and would you mind lending me some paper too? Thanks. Could you and would you mind are two ways of making requests. There are other ways too. Let's learn about them.
Okay, can you please read?
Yes. So 1, we can make a request with will, can, would, or could, plus a subject and the base form of the verb. Will you come here for a minute? Can you come here for a minute? Will you come here for a minute? Could you come here for a minute? 2, will and can are informal. For example, Nick and the coach know each other very well. They have a relaxed, friendly relationship. Nick makes a request with Ken. Nick, coach, can you come here for a minute? Could and would are more polite. For example, the coach is speaking to Dean. Nick and Talia. He doesn't know Talia. The coach makes a request with would. Coach, would you excuse us, please?
Okay, continue, please.
3, we can also make requests more polite by using please. Please can go before the base form of the verb. Would you call me tonight? Please can also go at the end of the request. Coach, would you excuse us? 4, another way to make a polite request is to start the sentence with would you mind plus the gerund. Remember, the gerund is formed with the verb plus ing. Would you mind coming here for a minute? We do not usually use please with would you mind.
Okay, let's read number 5.
5, we usually agree to a request with words like yes, sure, certainly, and of course. Nick, you come here for a minute? Coach, sure. We agree to a would you mind request with not at all. Coach, would you mind excusing us for a minute? Talia, not at all. Not at all means it's okay. I'll do it. A yes answer to a request with would you mind means it's not okay. I won't do it. When we say no to a request, we usually apologize and give a reason. Talia, Amy, can you come here for a minute? Amy, sorry, I'm on the phone. We never use could or would in short answers to requests. Amy, could you help me carry this? Talia, sure. We do not say yes, I could.
Okay. So in this case, we're gonna continue. So it says that we can make a request with any of these words. Can you please create a sentence with a request?
Okay, so it doesn't matter if I use mind. Like, would you mind coming to?
No, with will. Let's do with
Okay,
will.
starting with will. Okay,
Yes.
will you come or will you go with me tomorrow to the party?
Okay, great. So the party tomorrow. So tomorrow in any question or sentence always goes at the end. Okay, I know sometimes it goes in the middle, but grammatically speaking, it should go at the end, okay? So
You don't into account.
so we have this and we can change this to all the types of requests we have. Will, can, would, could. Okay, so will and can are informal. These two are informal. And could and would are more polite. Okay, so this is informal, something you would say to your friends. And these other two are more polite. Okay, so I don't know if there's any question with number 1 or 2, maybe.
No, teacher, I think it's fine.
Okay. So we could also be polite if we use please, like here. This is even more polite. Would you and please could go before the base form of the verb. Would you please go with me to the party tomorrow? Or it could also go at the end of the request like this. Would you go with me to the party tomorrow, please? So you could use both. Another way to make this polite is to start a sentence with would you mind? And this is a different type of sentence. Would you mind? And this you need to use the gerund here in here. So going with me to the party tomorrow. Okay, so that's a different way to be polite. Is there any question maybe with 3 and 4?
No, only with the pronunciation. Will you go? Is there a form to reduce it when you pronounce it, like to be more native? To sound.
Will you go? No, I think that there's no way you can reduce that.
Okay, teacher.
I
Thank
think
you.
there's no way. Will ya? Many people would say like, will ya? Will you go? Because you is like that because Spanish speakers they say will you, right? And it's will ya. That's the only tip I could give you. Okay, but that's in pronunciations regarding you. Okay, so
Thank you.
no problem. So number 5, when you respond to any of these uh uh from above, you could say like yes or sure or certainly or of course. But to questions like would you mind, if you want to respond affirmatively, you say not at all. That means I don't mind. Okay, and here also when when you answer to a request, we never use could or would. Like would you go with me to the party tomorrow? Yes, I would. No, that's something that you don't say. Or could you go with me to the party tomorrow? Yes, I could. No, you can't say that. You don't use could or would in short answers. Okay, normally you only say yes, sure, certainly, of course. And with would you mind, uh, you basically say not at all or I don't mind. Okay, is there any question maybe?
The best way to respond in a polite way is like certainly, maybe choosing between those 4 answers.
Mm, oh yeah, it could be any of them, I think. I don't think that certainly is. Yes, it could be more polite, but also it's longer. Yes, it could be any of these. Certainly, of course, it's polite. Yes, of course, also is polite. So could be really any of these. Depending on most people would say sure or yes because it's shorter, right? So, but yes, you could use certainly, of course. Yes, I guess that'd be more polite.
Right,
Okay,
thank you, teacher.
no problem. So let's work on these two before we jump to so and such. Okay, so let's I'll assign these for today. And okay, I'll not. Oh, let's see who this. Okay, so let's please work on that. I'll be here waiting. If you've got any
Okay,
questions.
teacher. Teacher, I've just finished the assignments.
Okay, let's review them. Okay. Okay, good job. So let's continue here. We're gonna continue with so and such. Let's listen.
Hi there. How are you? Oh, this is such a nice day. And I'm so happy to see you again. Today, we're going to talk about using so and such. These two little words make such a difference. Let's take a look at them.
Can you please read?
Yes, so 1. We use so and such to make a statement stronger. For example, we can say, Talia works hard. But we can also make a stronger statement and say, Talia works hard. This means that Talia works very hard. Here's another example. We can say Talia is a hard worker. But we can make a stronger statement and say, Talia is a hard worker. This means that Talia is a very hard worker.
Okay, let's continue with 2 and 3.
2. We use so before an adjective or an adverb. Nick, why would I do something so stupid? Kim, Talia works so hard. 3. We use such before an adjective plus a noun. The noun can be singular or plural. Nick, how can anyone believe such a ridiculous thing? You need an indefinite article, a or an, before the adjective if the noun is singular.
Okay. So we use so and such to make this statement stronger. So here, instead of saying Talia works hard, we say Talia works so hard. Or we could say instead of Talia, like Talia is a hard worker, Talia is such a hard worker. In this case, so comes before an adjective or an adverb, and such comes before an adjective plus a noun. Hard is a noun, an adjective, and worker is a noun. So, I don't know, like here. Let me give you a few more examples here. I am walking so slowly. So here you're using so with an adverb because slowly is describing the verb walk. Okay, so hard is an adjective. Or we could say he's so lazy. Again, we're using adjectives here. And with such, we could say like, I don't know, you're such an angel. They are they are such good people. Okay, so of course you use a or an when the noun is singular, but when it's plural, then you don't use any of those. Okay, so you use basically such good people, not such a good people, because people is plural. Okay, so again before an adjective or an adverb, and such comes before an adjective plus a noun. I don't know if there's any question, maybe.
Only like to replace so we can use other words like extremely, or I don't know if it's better to use them instead of so.
Yes, you could say like Talia works extremely hard. But
Oh,
I am walking extremely slowly. No.
yes, in some cases you can or you can.
Yes, in some cases, but so is like more for everything, basically. You could use so with everything, with all the adjectives and adverbs, if you wanna like make them seem bigger or more intense. Extremely, I haven't thought about it, but I'm working extremely slowly. I don't think that's correct. But so and such are more like uh extremely. Let me think about it. But extremely, it's like as I told you, it's like I haven't. Mm, it's an adverb. Extremely, it's an adverb. Okay, so yes, you could use like extremely hard, but uh, there is yes. I guess like they are basically very similar, but in all the cases you can use so. That I'm sure. Extremely, I really don't know.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, any other question maybe?
No, teacher.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna continue here with I didn't assign you the homework, right? Did I? No.
No, you didn't.
Let's see, I'll assign this to you now. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you until Sunday the 7th. Is that okay?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, Sunday, at what time do we have classes?
At 9:30.
9:30. Okay, so I'll do this until 9:30. Okay, so there you have it. So we're gonna finish here in B2. I'll do the quick poll here, please. Let's fill it up. And I'll see you on Sunday, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, see you Sunday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.